Well, good morning, everybody. Obviously, I have no idea how many people are around, and well, there we have it. I don't know how many people are about, but good morning. Um, we're at Innsbruck this morning, as you can see, and I wanted to talk about a couple of things this morning. Um, and the only reason I'm at Innsbruck, well, the main reason I'm at Innsbruck is to show you XA snow and a couple of other things as well. So let me just zoom up here a little bit. Now, um, if you saw my video earlier this week um, regarding XA snow, which I filmed at Innsbruck, you would have seen that it was a lot. There was a lot more snow on the ground. Clearly, the weather is changing. The temperature's changing at Innsbruck. Let's just have a quick look. And this is real world weather. So I'm just wondering what it's showing. The temperature it's above freezing, so it's 2 degrees Celsius. Um, um, there is there's no snow about. It's broken cumulus. Yep, quite high cloud. So there's no snow, no actual snow. It is real world weather. It's real world time, but we have got on the ground snow, not as deep as it was earlier in the week when I made the video. As you can see here, the grass by the side of the runway is beginning to show through the snow. So the snow is melting a little bit, although on the mountain, obviously, still very much in prominence. And yeah. Right. So, what is it I want to talk about? Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what. There's two things. One is about snow, XA snow. Now, you may recall that I turned up. I moved the aircraft to Oslo, and we couldn't see the runway, and we couldn't see the taxiways. Um, and since I've been doing, well, not been doing a little bit of reading, but I kind of caught up on something that I should have mentioned. I forgot. It wasn't that I forgot to mention it. It kind of, in my excitement, slipped my mind. So I'm just going to find something here. He says, looking desperately. I did open it, and now it's disappeared, which is often the case, isn't it? But I can get back there. Here we go. So in the here you'll see X-Plane 12 resources plugins XA Snow. Okay, so we're in the XA Snow folder just to show you. There's there's my plugins and there's XA Snow. All right, and there's a README file here, and I had occasion to read this the other evening. I thought, I'll read this, and so I did, and it tells you about XA Snow, and I hope you're probably not going to see this, and I can't zoom in any further, but it talks about what you see and how it works. Each 6 hours, NOAA creates a worldwide 6 hour forecast of accumulated snow based on satellite infrared imagery and NOAA's forecast models. The plugin retrieves the closest 6 hour old forecast in the hope that this forecast reflects the snow cover now. The resolution of data is 0.25 degrees latitude long, and that is approximately 10 kilometers by 20 kilometers at 50 degrees latitude. It's no problem to place a medium-sized city within one mesh triangle. Right, there we go. So that's what depiction and explain. It talks about that. Shoreline snow talks about shoreline snow because it can show up some anomalies. Something This will be something that's rectified, but the most important thing is the menu options here. It is the operation of it is fully automatic. You just load it in and you just let it go. Everything I've done is on default settings. But if you look down here, limit snow for legacy airports. Okay. So what does that mean? Well, a legacy airport is mostly X-Plane 11 sceneries that do not feature weather-aware textures and show way too much snow, making runways and taxiways unusable. That is what's happened at Oslo. Yeah, the Oslo that I've got is obviously not an X-Plane 12 airport. It's produced using X-Plane 11 sceneries and X-Plane 11 data and code. Okay, and so therefore the snow at Oslo just covered everything. But if you read here, it says you can limit the maximum amount of snow via a config file per scenery. A sample file here explaining typical configuration is in the plugin directory. Copy this over into your scenery directory, rename it to xasnow.cfg, and edit to your liking. When you approach such an airport, snow depth is smoothly reduced to the defined limit value to be reached at approximate the airport boundary. In other words, what this does, it lessens the snow in those non-legacy airports, in the legacy airports, making it possible to use the runways and taxiways. Now, I haven't tried this. I will, and it says copy this over into your scenery directory. So I think you can put it into individual airports, or maybe just into the scenery directory, and it'll work for all of those legacy airports. You can limit the file per scenery. So, yeah, file per scenery. Let's have a look. So, just so we're clear about this, let's go back to Explain 12, custom scenery. I've got to find Oslo now. ENGM. Right, Oslo. It would appear I've got two. I've got Oslo International time models and ENGM Gardermoen. So I think I'm going to have to get rid of the Gardermoen one and just keep Oslo International, and maybe that'll be fine. But if I was looking at Aerosoft, where did they say put it? Put it in, copy this over into your scenery directory. So is that it? Scenery, is that the scenery directory? Or does he mean custom scenery directory? I can't see it being put into there for some reason. So I'm going to have to try that. I will try it and figure it out. But clearly I need to get rid of a couple of Gardermoens. I had too many, which I didn't know about. Anyway, that's how you sort that out. So for X-Plane 12 sceneries like Innsbruck here, everything's fine. You can see the reduction in snow as the temperature goes up above freezing. I should imagine they're going to get more snow in the next couple of days. I don't know. I haven't looked at the weather forecast for Innsbruck, but I should imagine they'll get more snow. And the river is defrosting by the looks of it. I think I can see a ripple of waves down there on the river. Yeah, so that's good. Let's have a look. Good evening from San Diego. Wow, San Diego. Thank you very much, TC Ryan. I'm in Cardiff in Wales, the UK. So hope everything's fine in San Diego. Colonel Billington, morning. Just got my 5850 going to see how XP runs with highest settings. I'm not sure. I'm not sure there's a graphics card or a computer built that can run X-Plane on Ultra. I don't know. I mean, I've got a 4080 and my PC runs beautifully, smooth as silk. I'm perfectly happy with my 4080. In fact, it's funny. My PC, I still think of this PC as being new. It's actually 2 years old this May. So yeah, I was thinking I might get a 5090 or something, a graphics card but yeah, it's a lot of money. A lot of money. We'll see. You never know. I might win the lottery tonight, and if I do, I won't be having just a PC. I'll be ringing up Scarlacki and having a dual seat A320 simulator. Anyway, so there we are. That's XA Snow. If there's anybody else here, say good morning, say hello, and or good evening. as TC Ryan did. What does the TC stand for? Or are you called Tommy, Charles, or Ryan? And TC is just an affectation. Anyway, whatever. You're more than welcome. And whilst I think about it, I was looking through my analytics the other day, and whilst the XA Snow video is doing really, really well for me, I was looking through my analytics the other day, and about nearly 80% of people who view my channel are not subscribed. So please, if you come across my channel, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and you will learn a lot. Yeah, you will learn a lot of stuff because I can't remember how many videos. Like there's 600, 700 videos. Then there's all the shorts I do as well. I haven't got a Patreon, um, but if you want to tip me, I'm sure you'll find a way. And if there's any developers out there, um, developers of scenery, aircraft, you want me to review your products, then just drop me a line. My email is on the YouTube channel somewhere. I'm sure you'll be able to find me, locate me through social media, Facebook. I am the only Wycliffe Barrett on the internet, which is a little bit spooky, but yeah, quite true. So I think what I'm going to do, well, I think I've got time. I've got time to do this. Yeah, I've got time. I'm going to shut down this. Okay, let's shut down X-Plane. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to move that file. No, well, first of all, I'm going to get rid of I'm going to get rid of all those Garda mounts, aren't I? So let's go. There we go. NVMe X-Plane 12 custom scenery ENGM. Let's see. So I'm going to get rid of the Aerosoft stuff, I think. Can I delete from there? Yes, I can. Or maybe I can't. Okay. It could be deleting. If it is, what I'll do then is I'll put that file into that scenery folder and see what happens. It's either going to make or break, isn't it? It's the one thing about X-Plane. It's very difficult to break anything. Aerosoft. Here we go. Let's have a look. Aerosoft ENVR. I think I might have gone. And the other one was TAI models, wasn't it? STAI models. Oh yeah, there we go. This is the one thing I hate about X-Plane and airports scenery. They're never put in. There's no kind of what's the word I'm looking for? There's no standard for naming airports. So you get all these weird, like Thai models here, Singapore, Orlando, and then you've got Thai models, TAI somewhere else, and then it becomes a bit of a lottery trying to find things, doesn't it? ENGM. Yeah, okay. See, it's called Oslo International Thai Models. Anyway, so what I'll do now, we will go back here, XA Snow, and we need a copy of that, don't we? So copy, and then go to NVMe X-Plane 12 custom scenery. There it is. Put it in here, paste, and then rename it. So getting rid of. There we go. Right. If you check, yeah, we know that. Okay, right. So now we open up X-Plane again. I thought I had that open. Yeah, stop service. start service, and then we start everything up. Okay. So, Colonel Billington, how is the 5080 then? Sorry, 5850. 5850? Is that a processor or a graphics card? Because I don't know.
Checking updates.
I don't know. Is there a 5850 graphics card? 5850. Yeah, it's the ATI. See, this is it. See, ATI, they've got this weird numbering system which means nothing to me when I hear it. So yeah, let us know what that's like and how it's running. Well, we've got 5 people watching, so say good morning, say hello. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Um, Tubal Claude, got it. Okay, so TC it is. You're very welcome, TC. Make sure you sub. It'd be nice. All the way from San Diego, Southern California, yeah, SoCal. Excellent, excellent. In actual fact, the XPME, X-Plane Map Enhancement Ortho Scenery, Photo Scenery, Southern California looks amazing. San Diego, Vegas, Los Angeles, San Fran, absolutely looks fantastic down there. Um, really, really good. Especially, when you get over into Vegas and what's it was? Is this Vegas Hollywood? It is, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. I'm going mad. I'm going a bit daft. Yeah, you look at the Hollywood Hills. It looks really cool. Looks really cool indeed. So we're just waiting for Explain to load up. Because I've got so many airports, it takes a while for it to load up. So what I can talk about is something else in the meantime, and that is FMCar version 2. Now, FMCar version 2 is a taxi airport taxi thing app, but it produces the Follow Me car. That's why it's called FM car. Now version 1, I thought version 1 was brilliant. It was simple, easy to use, and you could see every airport, no problem. When I say see every airport, it would show you the runway and the taxiways, and it had all of the gates, stands, holding points, etc. And you could just pick your route. If you were on VATSIM
Updates
and VATSIM
finished.
gave you a route, you could make a note of that and then pick it on FM car, and a car would come in front of you and lead you to your gate. Great, absolutely fabulous. I thought it was. I still think it's really neat, and it adds level immersion, especially at night. You rock up at Heathrow or JFK at night, and they give you an incredibly long taxi route. And maybe you have remembered it in your head, or maybe you've jotted it down, but then trying to find it. Okay. All right, we've got Navigraph, and we'll talk about Navigraph in a minute. But FM car, I just like the immersion of it, having that follow me car, taxiing in, especially at night. Very cool. Anyway, the guys from Jar Design, they've done version 2. And I saw a video of it. I can't remember who was doing it. It might have been Q8 Pilot was doing it. And it looked fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So I bought it. $19. What's that? £16, something like that. And it doesn't work. And I think the problem is it doesn't work with X-Plane 12 airports, or sorry, not X-Plane 12 airports. It doesn't seem to work with third-party custom airports. When I say it doesn't work, it doesn't. It'll show up an airport, but it doesn't have the taxiways on it on the image. I'll show you in a moment. Um, I haven't tried it at a default airport, and that's what I want to do.
Please check your quarantine
Scripts folder,
scripts
yeah, yeah, I will. I'm going to try.
folder.
I want to try it at a default X-Plane 12 airport. I got to think of one because I've got so much custom scenery. But anyway, I'm sure I'll find an airport. And that's rather disappointing. I mean, I was at Heathrow, and it showed the runways and maybe the shape of Heathrow, but there was no taxiways. I couldn't see any taxiways. I could see where my aircraft was, but there were no taxiways, and so it was very difficult to know what to pick because you get a whole list of different things as well. As I'll show you in a moment. Oh, that's we're back at Innsbruck, and it looks as though it's got a bit more snow. It's gone a bit grey, hasn't it? Right, we want to go to Oslo to see if that file has worked, don't we? ENGM Oslo Gardermoen. Yeah, we'll go over here somewhere. There we go, and we'll see what's happened. 1 a.m. in Southern California. Oh wow! So you're either up late or you're up early or you're working nights. TC. 1 a.m. in SoCal. Wow. Well, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I appreciate anybody coming online to listen to me ramble on. Because the live streams are very different from when you do videos, as you well know. Doing videos. Oh, so you're up late. Well, it is the weekend, isn't it? So it's Friday night for you. I think you're behind us, aren't you? Yeah, it's Friday night for you, Saturday morning for us. Well, it's early Saturday morning for you, I think. Yeah, you're behind us here in the UK, that's for sure. Right, here we go. Oslo. And when I came here the other day, it was full of snow, and now it is full of rain. Can I zoom up a bit? Oh yeah, we've done it. We've done it. There we are. So it's raining, but the snow on the ground and the taxiways and the runways are clear. That's good. But there's snow everywhere else, so that works. Fantastic, fantastic. It's amazing what a little bit of reading will do. Yeah. I remember many years ago when I was a young boy, my doing an exam at school, and the teacher always saying, "Read everything before doing anything." And yeah, clearly should have done that. Well, that is fantastic. That works. So there was a couple of people who doubted the whole business of XA Snow, but yeah. So that little file works. You put it into the airport. It is actually snowing now. It's not raining. It is actually snowing. Let me get in the cockpit. Can we see? Shift 4. Let's get outside. There's a couple of things missing here at this airport. Yeah, see that light? That light is just suspended in midair. But this one, maybe it's just the angle, because if I turn that way, that stanchion disappears as well. If I turn that way, it appears. Maybe these would as well. So there's a different way of doing this. Let's get out of here. And then go over here. Oh yeah, there they are. They look as though they're invisible. It's the weather. It's such a grey, horrible day, isn't it, here? Yeah, you can see it is actually snowing. So that is cool. There we go. You can see the snow there. That is brilliant. I'm so pleased about that. Oh, in fact, it's snowing quite heavily now. Colonel Billington, I miswrote. It's a 5800. I paired it with a Ryzen 7 with the high cache. XP runs great. I don't go lower than 40 FPS in central London with Orbex. All sliders right, except shadows. Yeah. Yeah, my 4080 in London, I'm probably around about 50, 60 FPS. But I don't have my sliders all the way to the right. It's a fine balance, and I'm really happy with the way that I've got my machine and my X-Plane configured. If you want to have a look at my settings, I can put them up for you. Just let me know. Well, I am so pleased that this is working. I'm going to have to let a friend of mine know because we were talking about this. So that is superb. In fact, they've done a really good job at this airport at clearing all the taxiways and what have you, haven't they? I mean, you're not going to get lost now. Right, so let's pull up FM car. All right, so FM car. Oh, that's my phone. Excuse me. Oh. I'm just going to have to take this call, guys, because a friend of ours who's 85 ended up in hospital yesterday with a broken hip. So I'm just going to have to take this call. I do apologise. I'm off mute. I think that might have been a misdial from that person. I'll have to check on that shortly. Anyway, where was I? FM car. Can you hear me? Am I still on live? Right. FM car. Here we go. Shorehyde Airport. Right. So here we are. Now this is Oslo, and I can see all the taxiways and everything. There's my car. There's my plane, by the way, just down there, and I can, create a route via taxiway. I'm on a stand. I can get a route. Um, I mean, this is really comprehensive. I'm not sure I like the colouring. I think I prefer it a little bit darker. But as you zoom in, it tells you you're international everywhere. Okay, so that is Oslo. I'm working very well. Now, let's see what happens if I go back to Heathrow, because it was Heathrow that was causing me problems. And, like I say, I know we've got Navigraph, but I do like to try different things. And, FM car, if it works, and I'm wondering if it's working now because I put that file in and it was something to do with the mesh. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But Heathrow definitely wasn't working. I'm going to have to make a call in a minute. So when I come off stream, I will make my call and find out about our elderly friend, how she do it. It sounds weird that I say elderly. I mean, I'm 70, and then our friend who we've known for years and know her family, Mary. She's 85, I think. She, like I say, she fell over yesterday at home. Luckily, we were visiting, and when we got there, she she told us, "Oh, I've just fallen over in the bedroom," and we kind of looked at her, and she she was in a bit of pain. She couldn't walk very well, so I rang her granddaughter. Her granddaughter came, and they took her to hospital. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that we went because if we hadn't have gone visiting, she would have been on her own, and it would have gotten worse and worse kind of thing as the evening had gone on. So I'm glad we visited yesterday afternoon. Right. Anyway, so we'll just load up at Heathrow. So we know that XA Snow now works the way it's supposed to do at non-legacy airports. The only problem is trying to figure out your non-legacy airports, so to speak. And you know, I suppose you'll only find that out, when you go there. I mean, if you've got custom scenery airports and the built for X-Plane 12, then they'll be fine. But if you've got X-Plane 11 sceneries that have just been shoved in there, they clearly won't work. Right, so here we are, Heathrow. I'm at Terminal 5, and this is what the weather has been like in the UK for a number of days. It just rains and rains and rains non-stop. It has been absolutely shocking. It's okay, TC. She's got family with her, and everything. That's not a problem. So I'll be ringing. I was going to be ringing her granddaughter and her son anyway in a little while. It's a little bit early for ringing people. Right, let's have a look at FM car. Right, you see what I mean? Here we go. Heathrow. This is a custom scenery. It's a third-party scenery. It's not default. And as you can see, Heathrow has no taxiways. So there's no way that I could find my way around there. Yeah, just none whatsoever. Now, with the old FM car, I could. This is a bit posh for it, is what I'm saying. Um, so, that is not good. That's not good. Okay, so, all right. I've got Navigraph, and if I want to, this is what I can do with Navigraph. Like anybody. Oops. Let me just do this. I'm working on two monitors, obviously, so I can find my way around. So here we go. This is Heathrow. I'm down here on Terminal 5. I've got all the taxiways. I can draw my taxi routes on here, wherever I want, kind of thing, no problem. So yeah, I can use Navigraph for any airport, and draw my route. Whoops, clear. There we go. Clear my route, or draw it somewhere else. It's not a problem. I can do anything I want with Navigraph. It's really quite straightforward. And because there's my aircraft, yeah, where my cursor is, I can just follow the red line. So sometimes you think, nah, um, this would be really nice because it's quite detailed. But you see, look, I can't even. All I can do is call it the runways. I can't even use it. Okay, there's stands, um, but that's no use to me. That is no use whatsoever, and that's disappointing. It really is disappointing. Let me just try one. Let's try something slightly different. Oh dear. Ah, sneezing here. Um, whilst there's a few of you here, obviously, you know my channel. Although I think TC, this is the first time I've seen you. Colonel Billington's been here for a while. I don't know who else is watching, but if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. It does help me. It helps the channel. The YouTube algorithm like subscribers. Leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up. All that good stuff. And have a look through the videos. If you're new to Explain, then you'll find lots of useful information. Even if you've been using Explain for quite some while, there's lots of reviews, hints, and tips on the channel. And if there's anything you want me to do in particular, drop me a note. Put a comment here on this video. I read all the comments. My channel is not that big that I can't read the comments. Although I think I've gained something like 500 subscribers. Not 500, over 100 subscribers this week alone, which is, I think, just on the Power of XA Snow video. But if there's anything you want me to do in particular, anything you want me to talk about, let me know. Leave a comment, and I will read the comment, and I try to reply to everybody at some stage or another. And I mean, I'm here for as long as it takes, so to speak, till I drop dead at some point. I've I did a giveaway a while back, and the question was, what was my first video on YouTube? And I mean, quite a few people got it right. I mean, it's easy enough. You only have to go right back. Um, so yeah, when I look at that video, it kind of scares me that that first video is absolutely dreadful, really bad. Right, let's have a look. FM car. Ah, you see, now Cardiff Airport works. Oh, centre. Oh, there we go, centre. Ooh, yeah, centre. So this is Cardiff Airport. Yeah, the GA over there, which is over there to the right. Yeah, so that works. Why do and Cardiff Airport is Orbex. Whoops. Let me just can I minimize that? Can I pop? Oh, oh, that's not worked. Oh, noise. Wait for the program to respond. Is it going to crash? We're going to get a Vulkan error, Vulkan exception error. And all I was trying to do was move it onto my other screen, onto my other monitor. Mm, I don't think it's going to come back. Oh yeah, it has. Oh no, it hasn't. Nope. Yeah, Vulkan error. No, we're not going to submit that report. No thanks. There. So I tried to pop it out and move it onto another monitor, and it didn't seem to like that. So maybe we can't do that. But I think what I've shown you is that it can it it can be a little bit hit and miss. It was working at Oslo. It didn't work at Heathrow, but it was working at Cardiff. And Oslo, Heathrow, and Cardiff are three custom airports. Okay, Oslo is by TAI Models. Cardiff was Orbex, and Heathrow, I can't remember who's Boundless, maybe, but it's certainly a custom 3D airport. So something a bit strange going on there with FM Car. Um, and I'll be honest, as a reviewer, I wouldn't recommend it. I'm going to have a word with Jar Design. Maybe they can fix it. Something's wrong somewhere. Maybe they can fix it. Their old version, their old FM car works perfectly. So version 2, not so much. Anyway, there we have it. So that's all I was really going to talk about. XA Snow, roaring success with that little file. In fact, what I'll do is I might produce a long form video. I might do another video for the channel rather than just a live stream, because not everybody's going to see the live stream. So I might do a video for that. And FM car, well, that's a bust for me. So there you go. Right. So TC, you go to bed or whatever. I mean, I don't know. You may be up all night doing something. Um, as for the rest of you guys, thanks for coming in so early and watching. We'll see you all again in the very, very near future. Um, you know, I'll do something. I'll think of something, and yeah, we'll either do a live stream. The videos will keep coming, and the shorts will as well. Okay, you take care now. We'll see you soon. Cheerio.